Happy Mother's Day, and thank you so much for buying a cookie kit from me. Let's get started with the basics and then we'll get on to decorating. When you take out your piping bags, you just want to cut off the very tips of the ends so then not too much comes out at once. With the green one, we're going to do something special in order to make some petals on our flowers. And if you get really close, you can see I'm going to make almost like a triangle shape out of the piping bag. So there should be a triangle that's left cut out right there, and we're gonna use that to make petals in a little bit. So the first cookie we're gonna work on is our daisy, and I'm gonna have my daughters help me today since this is a Mother's Day kit. So Emmy's gonna come help, and we're gonna get started with making our first cookie. Okay, Ems, here we go. We're going to first make a design out of lining out the cookie. And you're just gonna follow the shape of the cookie because all of this is gonna get filled in just a minute.
We can just speed this up in post, so you're good.
I didn't really quite think of how I was going to do it, so hopefully we can just, this last way is more of the way it should be done. Okay, once we get the cookie covered on all the petals, Emmy, can you come and help? And I want you to dip that right into the sprinkles and give it a good press down. Make sure all of it gets covered. Oh, that's looking good. Perfect. Okay, so then we have our petals all decorated. Now, Emmy, can you take the purple? And I want you to just do a big dot in the center. So just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze until it gets as big as you want it to get. So hold it right there and keep squeezing. Perfect. Okay, so now we have our center of our cookie. And then do you want to add some yellow sprinkles to the center of that? Ooh, lovely, lovely. Add a couple more maybe. I like it. What do you think?
I love it.
You love it? Perfect. Okay, that's idea number 1. This is idea number 2, and we're gonna take our circle cookie. We're gonna first add some petals. So remember how we cut this tip right here? It looks like a little triangle. We're gonna make sure that the top part of the tip is facing vertical. So we want it to be going up, and you're just gonna apply pressure. And if you squeeze, 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 and then stop, it'll end up looking like a petal. So you can kind of do those in 2 or 3 random spots on your flower. So push, push, push. And then as you stop, kind of drag it up. And then now you have 2 petals. Then we're going to get really fancy. And we're going to decorate now this cookie in kind of like a daisy pattern, but it's going to have a lot more petals. So we're going to start by just making circles all the way around. You're gonna do dots, you're gonna push and then stop, push, stop, push and stop. So these are just simple dots. We're gonna make them look like petals here in a minute. Okay, now we're gonna get fancy. And I have this tool right here where I'm going to use, but I've used many times in classes just a simple baby spoon or anything that's about this, a teaspoon size. What you'll do is you're going to apply pressure to the center of the dot that you just made and drag it to the center, kind of like you're smushing it in half and dragging it to the center. Just like that. Then you're gonna go and you're gonna do the same thing all over again and apply a dot throughout the design, kind of leaving some space so you can see that you've dragged that. And again, it's really simple. You're just going to drag through little motions. It doesn't take much to get this design. Okay, then we just need to add a center. So take maybe the other opposite color, and then you're going to do a big dot in the middle, apply pressure. And then a way to get that look like a flat circle is actually by wetting your finger and pushing down that little point, and I kind of smush it the center around. And there you go. There's your other kind of daisy. So idea number 3, I'm gonna have Kylie come help me. She's my 11-year-old, and she loves to decorate cookies too. So we're gonna go with a simple design of just a zigzag on our tulip. So here's our tulip, and we're gonna go start off. So Kylie, if you watch, then you're gonna finish, okay? So we're just going back and forth with our design like that. Okay, you think you got it?
Maybe.
Okay, so we're gonna just do that in a couple different lines, and then we'll finish it off with a petal at the end. Good job. Yep, she knows exactly what to do. So you always wanna make sure you're holding your piping bag from the top and applying pressure that way. Great. Good job. Let's try to do one more line. Perfect. And then we'll go in, and then we're going to add a petal just like we did last time. So Kylie, if you can hold it, you want to make sure that the triangle, the tip is pointing up, and you're just going to apply pressure right there and kind of apply pressure and drag down. Perfect. And then stop. Lovely. Show them your cookie you made. An 11-year-old professional. Okay, here's idea number 4. This one is a little bit more advanced. So again, do whatever sounds fun. Sometimes kids just want to put frosting on it in whatever way they want to, and that is totally fine. But these are just different ideas to follow along with. The next one we're going to do is kind of a cross hatch. And so how you do that is you're going to start, you're going to drag down, and then you're going to turn at a 45-degree angle, and then go right over the line you just made. So you're going to go across and then across, kind of like you're making an X. Okay, and then we're going to go up here and we'll start again. You're just going to go right over the tail of the last one you did before. Last one. Okay, and then again, I'm gonna add some fun little stems. You can add some more in a fun way, but there you go. There's idea number 4. Okay, here's idea number 5, last one. This one's a little more simple to follow along with, so Emmy's gonna come and help me with this one. I'll get the outside started for her, but all we're doing here is just like the one we did before with dots all around, and instead of smushing the dots with our teaspoon, we're just gonna leave them as dots that go all the way around. You wanna make sure they touch though. That makes it look more finished. Okay, Emmy, you want to start the next row? Good job. Perfect. Okay, you want a different color in your center? Great. Pink, get a really big center. Great, and then maybe add some yellow sprinkles to that. good. Perfect. That's idea number 5.